Greetings, y'all. Welcome to Karen Hope's 15 Minutes of Solid Inspiration, the channel where hope grows inspiration, y'all. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope this video is meeting you and yours, having such a beautiful day as well. Let me tell y'all, the day proved me wrong. Can I tell you how it did? Thank you. This is it. Woke up this morning. It was like 68 degrees, right? I live in Corpus Christi, Texas, South Texas. Anyone from South Texas or Texas, period, that knows about this area knows that this weather is bipolar, y'all. No joke. We can wake up in the morning and have one type of weather, and by the end of the day, we will have gone through all 4 seasons. Hand to the sky. It happens on a regular basis. So I told my girls this morning, I said, you know what? It's so beautiful. Let's go walk the puppy. We're walking, we're having a conversation. And I said, y'all, I'm glad we came out here right now because you know it's going to be hotter than fish grease by noon. It didn't happen. The day proved me wrong. Very beautiful day. So again, I hope this video is meeting you and yours, having the same pleasantly surprising day. It's always good to have a good day, right? It's a beautiful thing to have a good day, but when it's pleasantly surprising, so yeah, I hope that it meets you the same way. Now, what we're on the channel for right now is not to talk about the weather, although my last name is Weathers, and although I wanted to be a weather girl, weather person, but back then I wanted to be a weather girl with the last name Weathers, and my mother's been calling me Breezy since I was 16 because I love the weather. But we're not going to talk about that today. Some more transparency for y'all. We're going to talk about this weekly review that we do every Sunday. My routine has switched up a bit. I no longer do a podcast episode on Sundays because my daughters they want that time in the morning. And I don't do the blog until this video is produced and uploaded. So it usually takes about 2 hours for a 30-minute video to upload. So during the time that this is uploading, by the time it's done, the blog will be posted and the video will be done, and my job or my work will be done for the day until tomorrow. I'll see you again tomorrow on the channel, but we'll talk about that later. Right now, we're gonna talk about this. You know, the daily episodes that I've done. We're gonna go ahead and do the review. Dedicate 1 or 2 minutes to each podcast episode. You know, because during the week I do jump on the channel, and I announce that each most recent podcast episode, has been produced and published, but that's only a little sneak peek. I don't really do a review. So I will, like every Sunday, I thought it would just be fun to go ahead and review each podcast episode, just in case you weren't able to catch the podcast episodes, or if this is the first time to the channel. I was about to say to your channel, but hey, why not? It's your channel too. Now, you know what? And I told myself I was not going to restart my video today. I have a tendency to be very self-critical. And I don't do the videos over and over, but I will take at least 2 or 3 takes. And I told myself today, no, let me tell you something. I want to start going live on these videos. I want to start going live on Thursdays for our Fleeting Thought Thursday videos. And I need to practice. Like going live, you just need to go, right? So yeah, give me just a moment, y'all. I have to check my thing here. So yes, I had a note come in. My mother just texted, and I had to check that. Yeah, we've got some things going on. Everything is. So yeah, God is good. Okay, so let's just move forward. Okay, Monday, November 9th. That episode was titled Unleash the Mind. Okay? And what that was about was, the weeks before, like for 2 weeks, serious, I just couldn't stop talking about the heart versus the mind and how those things need to be in sync. Like they work independently from each other, and sometimes we need to only rely on the heart and sometimes only on the mind, but it doesn't matter which one we're using. They do need to be balanced. They need to work with each other, right? And that's what I had been talking about. And in this episode, Unleash the Mind, I continued that thought, but I focused more on how we need to let our imagination work. We can't suppress our imagination, as long as it's good. Now, we're not going to talk about those things. Like if your imagination is all warped, you're going to get a warped life, basically. So we're going to talk about the good things that we can imagine. And that's what we did. In this video, we talked about unleashing the mind to be able to let go of self-sabotaging energies and behaviors and thoughts so our imagination could be good. And then, we can dream up and create and imagine things into our existence, into our life that are toward our life purpose. Anything else it's not for us. It's not for us. We should be walking in our purpose. And it's our imagination that can, get those steps going. Let's move on to Tuesday, November the 10th. Y'all, I don't know why I'm so scattered today. Please forgive. I don't know. I'm stumbling a little bit, and I'm actually a little bit more nervous today than usual, and I don't know why. I feel like I have a few butterflies, and I'm not sure why, but y'all work through it with me, okay? Jeez. All right, Tuesday, November 10th. I don't know what's going on. Peace of mind is our right and our responsibility, and I guess I need to tell myself that right now. Okay, going, piggybacking off of that imagination, right? Our peace of mind, our imagination, and what we think determines how we feel, can really take us out of our own peace of mind, can really get us up in the air and keep us confused and chaotic where we can't think, we have no clarity. And then what happens then? Bad decisions, or not so favorable decisions. That's what happens. So in this podcast episode, sorry, I had a message go across my screen. Now, that's one thing I need to learn how to do, is be able to read these messages that are coming across and not skip a beat. I'm working on that too. But unleashing our mind. That was about going from thinking that we can't to we can. And in this video, in this podcast episode, it was about keeping peace of mind so we can keep that attitude. I can. If we don't have peace of mind, everything will be I can't. Everything will be for someone else. They can't. Nothing will seem possible. Everything will seem challenging. Mostly everything will, if not is not considered a problem, will become a problem, because it's just the energy that we're putting into it. So that's what we talked about in this episode. And we have to remember, if we keep God on our mind first, anything meant to bring confusion or hurt or pain or or hurt, did I say that? It can all be transmuted, which means, changed into something for our good, changed into something good, from bad to good. Same thing, but to twist it around and change it to what it's supposed to be, to help us, for our life purpose, And we can get a peace of mind anyway. Transmute all that pain into peace. God is certainly good, and I will probably say that throughout this whole video, because that's what I do. He's worked from All our help comes. He's from where all our help comes. All of it. Even me trying to be unnervous today. I don't know why I'm so nervous today. I hope I don't look nervous. I'm saying it, but I don't know. Let me move forward. Let me see what I can work out these butterflies a little bit. Okay, Wednesday, November 11th. That was the 11/11 day. Nice day. And this episode was titled "The Change is Coming." Oh, wow. That wasn't intentional. But yes, it was titled "A Change is Coming." And that was about whenever you feel bad about yourself, when you start to become self-critical, and when you start to worry, get a little stressed out and nervous, just stop. Stop right now. I'm glad I just came to this episode. I have to talk to myself right now. Because you know what? Thinking that I'm nervous, and when we all think bad thoughts, and we're thinking things, we're putting ourselves in that energy, and we don't need to. We just need to think positively. Right now, I need to just think positively, right? And it should bring this nervousness to a screeching halt. And I'm gonna see about this. I just don't know what's going on today. Okay, so Thursday, November 12th. This episode was titled, "How About Them Issues?" Now, I mentioned that I am here in South Texas. It's very risky to say "how about them issues" when the Cowboys are having issues. How about them Cowboys issues? Y'all, don't unsubscribe, okay? It's just all in fun. Okay, so how about them issues? What this episode was about, and this is so true, okay? Like, we cannot focus on someone else's major issues when we all have our own. How are we to move forward, grow from, shake off bad energies or bad habits or bad feelings about ourselves? We're not going to focus on anyone else, ever, right? We will lead and guide our children, and we will support and nurture our families, and the families that we have by blood and the families that we adopt, friends that we call family. We may be someone in their lives to help them through major issues, but we're not supposed to focus on them. We're not supposed to try to focus when we have our own stuff to focus on. We seriously have major issues. I used Donald Trump as an example for that podcast episode. Y'all, I had about 4 or 5 direct messages that said they didn't appreciate the analogy. But what I said was, we could be on this during this time, because it's around the election time, and people are just they're tense about it. And I'm not saying this or that. I'm not saying red or blue. What I'm trying to say is this: a lot of us sit in our homes and we watch that man on television, and we pick out his major issues. And I use the example of the phone ringing and a bill collector calling, and we're telling our children to lie and say we're not home. And then at that point, that is a major issue. We're teaching our children how to lie. Now, forget about Donald Trump. What's that got to do with our household? Being a little bit off balance. What does Mr. Trump have to do with the fact that we have been so financially irresponsible and illiterate that we can only hang up the phone and lie and say we're not home? And how much of a major issue is it that we're teaching our children all we have to do is hang up the phone, run up a bill and hang up the phone, lie and say you're not home? That's a major issue. So that's where I was going. I didn't mean for anyone to be offended, but I meant what I said. So we can just move along, can't we? To Friday, November the 13th, which is a very good day. The 13th of Friday the 13th, a lot of people it gets a bad rap. But my sweet mama was born on December 13th, which was a Friday. And it's one of my favorite days of the week. The name of this episode title was Take the Ride of Your Life. Do you know what that is? Riding with God. I'm not going to even get into too much stuff and just say we need to trust God. We need to trust God. We need to take the reins of our life and just ride into the sunset, with God, ready to act according to what he has planned for our lives. And remember, when we ride with God, it is the ride of our life. It is. So we're going to go to Saturday, which is our last podcast episode until Monday. Okay? So, Saturday, November the 14th, which was yesterday. That title was, it's not being alone, it's being led. Now, this is what I wanted to say about that. Okay? Sometimes this is not something to say, hey, this is what I'm going through. No. I've been through it before, but not right now. But we all go through it. Sometimes we have to be alone. God doesn't want us to be alone. He doesn't make us to be alone. Come on. The story of creation tells it all. No one is meant to be alone, but we should know how to be alone. And for one reason only. It's not to teach us a lesson about someone else. It's not to teach us a lesson about how friends leave. It's not that lesson, no. No, because friends don't leave. Friends do not leave. It's not about, being rejected or being left out in the cold, or it's not about that. So we talked about in this last podcast episode about transmuting our feelings, right? So being left out in the cold, being rejected, all those things should be turned around into this, because this is the truth. That's the time when God is leading you, because we've asked him, God, send us somebody. God, please send someone. Oh God, I'm so alone. Why did they leave? Why am I sound like Kevin Hart? Oh, I'm not ready. God, why did they leave? I'm not ready. Team Goofy, y'all. Yeah, but anyway, we ask God for so many things, and we mean it. We mean it. God, please, tell me something. Show me something, right? And then God will put you by yourself. And it's not to figure out someone else. It's to figure out all those things that you're praying about. You're the perfect person for the job. Like, he just needs us to be by ourselves sometimes so we don't fall into the mindset that we need to, what am I trying to say? We need him. We need God. We need to know ourselves. And we are the perfect friend for ourselves. The perfect coach for ourselves. The perfect leader for ourselves. The perfect mentor. We are. And when we can know, when we can understand that, then we can be outside with everyone else. Because you know what? Whenever we can get into the feeling of rejection or feeling left out in the cold or something like that, it causes other thoughts to go on in our mind, and it does spill out over into our life. It oozes into our relationships, and it oozes into our jobs and everything. It affects everything that we do. So we need to understand that we are good enough. We are the friend that we need and all that. And when we can be that for ourselves, and we can leave that space and be that for someone else. We don't want to be a half of anything for anyone. So, y'all, please know that you're being led when you have to be alone. You're being led to know yourself. So when you emerge back out, brand new, knowing yourself, living up to your truest potential, then we can be good for everyone else. those friends that we thought were leaving us out in the cold, we can be good for them if they're still there. Because remember, friends don't leave. They don't leave. So, that was the last episode for the week. So we talked about balance and peace of mind. We talked about our imagination running wild by unleashing our mind from self-sabotaging energies and just bad thoughts. That affects our behavior. Just know, I'm not talking about behavior right now, because when our thoughts change, our behavior changes. That's just how it works. We can't beat ourselves up about what we've done in the past, even if it was just yesterday. We can't beat ourselves up. We have to forgive ourselves. That's a good thing about knowing yourself. And you know you're good enough to be forgiven, and you can forgive yourself, things will start unfolding nicely. Okay? And let me tell you something too. I would tell you this too. Conditions get better, even if the conditions are already good. And I'm going to tell you why, because everything is just better with God. Even if it's already good, it's going to be better with God. Okay? You don't have to be stuck feeling anything bad, y'all. Let's move on. Y'all, please remember, our imagination is what brings us what we ask for. I don't know how to explain that. When we go to God in prayer, we have to imagine what we want to talk to Him about. We have to imagine. It has to come to our mind, and we have to know it in detail to talk to God about it. So our imagination has to stay good, because He's good, and He's not going to bless anything bad. Period. Okay? So, yeah, that's it for the video. But that's it for the review. But I'm still going to wrap up this video with a pretty little bow and talk about a little bit more inspiration. Go figure. Y'all, I'm in a weird mood today. I don't know what it is. But let's just keep going. Okay. So, let me see what's going to come to mind for me. Let's talk about this. Okay, so people. I think, I'm going to talk about people. You know, sometimes we get stuck in energies that we're constantly trying to figure people out. We're constantly trying to figure out what they are showing us, right? We're trying to figure out, you know, they have a very good job or they don't. They drive a very good car or they don't. They have their hair done or they don't. They get their nails done on a regular basis or they don't. But we're always asking, and don't say that you don't. Like right now is not a time for denial. Because we all question what we see about someone or don't. Yeah, we all question what we see about them. I almost spoke ahead of myself. Now I know what I'm going to say. Yo, I'm serious as how this works for me. I think because this is the reason why it doesn't feel so polished, y'all. And I think that's why I'm nervous right now. And I hope I don't forget what I was going to say and lose my train of thought. But just to be honest, because I just felt this in my spirit right now, is I think that sometimes I'm so uncomfortable and I feel a little nervous because I'm just saying what comes to me. I have notes, yes. I have a few notes here. But if I said as much as if I were talking as much as my notes, my notes would be like as long as the sidewalk. I just have a few bullet points here. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm talking about. You know, but I have to just keep going because, like I said, I'm trying to go live. I'm trying to do these live videos starting on, hopefully coming up in December on Thursdays. And I just need to learn how to talk freely. So I think that's why I'm nervous right now. I'm going to work through this. And thank y'all so much for being so patient. And, thank you for watching every time. Okay? But I'm going to get back to what I was saying. All this explanation, I'm going to get out of that too. It's an energy, y'all. It's an energy. Okay, so, yeah. The people that we only know the things that people let us see, right? And we try to figure those things out. We always try to figure them out. But y'all, I just want to say this before I end this video, because I think that I need to have some matcha tea and maybe watch some kung fu flicks and relax, because I'm feeling tense. But there's no reason why I should. Having a good day, like this video, I just heard that click. And this is the most nervous that I've been since the very first video. I don't know, maybe something good is coming. Maybe I'm anticipating something. Maybe, this is what I'll think. Maybe this feeling that I'm feeling is the nervousness on a grand scale. Maybe it's coming, right? Maybe that change is coming. God is good. Okay, so we only know the things that people show us. Do you know that means we don't know them? Do you know that? It's unfortunate to say this. This is the reason why we need to be transparent. This is the reason why we need to be the truest person that we can be. And that literally means living up to our truest potential, which means thinking positively, acting positively, all of those things. We really don't know people because the things that we don't know about them are the things that they are. Like, that's the real thing. That's the real them, is what I'm trying to say. If someone is hiding secrets, if we are hiding secrets, if the world is hiding secrets, that's what the world is. Whatever that secret is what we are, they are, it is. Period. So, if we want to be an honest person, if we want to be a true person, this has nothing to do with letting people know your business. And that's that's a big excuse. It's a very sorry excuse if you ask me, but I was using those sorry excuses, so I will call that exactly what it is. It's a sorry excuse to be in a low energy. People don't want to know your business. They just want to know you. You don't need to let people know your business to know you, right? So, if you're keeping secrets, and if I am keeping secrets, and the world is keeping secrets, we're not being honest. We're not being honest at all. We're not living up to our truest potential because we are staying in a low vibration, not being honest. And the secret that we are hiding is what we are. Man, that is so grounding. That's so grounding. So I don't have to explain, do I? I don't think I do. Yeah. So we need to live up to our truest potential, which means that we're just being as honest as we can about ourselves without taking on the sorry excuse like I did for so many years to say I don't want people in my business. That's so crazy. So much ego in that. We gotta let the ego go. We have to be honest with who we are, so we're not, the secrets that we keep. So we are not considered the secrets that we keep. Okay, y'all? Thank you so much for being here this evening. Oh, thank you for having so much patience with me. This video was hard to get through. I don't know why, but you know what? I'm not going to do it over. It'd be very easy just to push stop and just do it over, but no. I've got to work through this. And we'll work through it together, okay? So I will see you back here tomorrow feeling better. And hopefully in a different energy. I'm going to pray a little more before I get on the video tomorrow, okay? So y'all, thank you so much again for being here. Please, check out the podcast down in the podcast links down below in the description box. You have 124 to listen to, okay? And go ahead. And the GoDaddy link is down there on the bottom too. It's the very last link. Check that out. Look at the daily inspirational blog, okay? And this video, please like it, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel where hope grows, inspiration. And y'all, I will see you back here tomorrow on the channel, a little less nervous, to exchange some awesome energy. Talk to y'all later.